Top of the news at noon, President Trump returned to Washington this morning after his historic meeting with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. We're going to go over the deal the two leaders made. And this year's World Cup will start tomorrow, but North American soccer fans are already looking forward to 2026.
This is News 3 at noon.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mark Kane. Thanks for tuning in to News 3 on this Wednesday afternoon. We'll get to those stories in just a bit. But first, let's head over to the Weather Center. Meteorologist Dave Caulfield is with us today. We'll look at our first alert forecast. That humidity's gone.
It's so nice to be outside today, especially compared to the last couple of days where that humidity was just too much, folks. Not today, though. Lots of sunshine, temperatures getting to near 80 degrees, and it feels great outside, whether you're a polar bear or just a regular person. Live look in Madison on the WISC-TV Skycam. Look at those blue skies. Current conditions, 75 degrees with mostly sunny skies, north-northwest wind at 8 with not really a wind chill. That's not what we're looking at outside. Temperatures right now across some other spots, 74 in Watertown, 72 in Monroe, 78 in Bosqueville. Dew points in the 30s in some spots. Wow, that is some crisp air outside in the Dells, in the 40s and 50s otherwise. But look at these dew point changes, folks. We are talking about very comfortable air right now. 26-degree change in the Dells compared to this time yesterday. So get out and enjoy it because this weather won't be around for long. Wind speeds out of the north and west today at about 8 to 15 miles per hour. Your forecast for this evening, temperatures getting into the upper 70s, close to 80 with plenty of sunshine, maybe some more clouds as we start off our Thursday with temperatures in the 60s. When I come back in just a few minutes, we'll talk about some slight rain chances coming up and some oppressive heat and humidity for the weekend in your first alert forecast.
So no wind chill.
No.
It's been a while since we've been on the news show, apparently. All right, Dave, we'll see you in a few minutes. President Trump is telling Americans they can sleep better now that he has convinced North Korea to get rid of its nuclear weapons. But questions remain about exactly how and when that will happen. Nikki Batiste has the latest from the White House.
President Trump arrived home this morning following his whirlwind summit with North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. He tweeted, "Everybody can now feel much safer than the day I took office." And he added, "There is no longer a nuclear threat from North Korea." The president and Kim signed a joint statement in Singapore promising the denuclearization of the Korean peninsula. The agreement had no mention of verification, a timeline, or North Korea's human rights abuses.
This president wants North Korea to completely denuclearize. So obviously that has to be complete, verifiable, and irreversible. That will take a while.
The president says he wants Congress to approve a final deal, but it could be a tough sell on Capitol Hill.
All Americans are entering into this discourse with eyes wide open.
Chairman Kim did not even mention his ambiguous comment to denuclearize when he returned home to North Korea. It was absent.
In North Korea, the summit is being called historic, and there's much focus on President Trump's decision to end joint U.S.-South Korean military exercises.
We'll be saving a tremendous amount of money. Plus, I think it's very provocative.
The president's surprise announcement to end what he called war games caught senior Pentagon officials and the South Koreans off guard. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo is scheduled to meet with the leaders of South Korea and China on Thursday. Nikki Batiste, CBS News, the White House.
And Pompeo spoke with reporters in Seoul today. He said he didn't know the timing or form, but he is very confident by sometime in the next week or so, we'll begin the engagement with North Korea to move forward. Stores across Wisconsin are trying to figure out what they can legally sell under the state's new law on CBD oil. Some prosecutors are starting to come down on shops they say are not following the rules. CBD oil is legal, but you have to have a prescription. This is relatively new. It was in April of 2017 that Governor Walker signed a bill legalizing the use of CBD without THC. That's the component of marijuana that actually gets you high. The law said CBD oil had to be distributed by a doctor or a pharmacy under a special FDA drug permit. Racine County District Attorney Tricia Hansen says the issue has gotten confusing, and she's encouraging police to be aware of the needed permitting for these products.
So I'm not here for enforcement just yet. What I'm looking for is cooperation from retailers to get these items off the shelves.
Her investigation started when officers found a Racine liquor store was selling CBD gummies. The store has since pulled those gummies after receiving a warning from the district attorney. A group of patients in Racine County, meanwhile, have been buying the items without a doctor's approval. They say they know it's illegal, but they are trying to get relief from seizures and other pain-related issues. Well, about a week after launching the first ever direct flight from Madison to San Francisco, Dane County's Airport Commission will meet to talk about what's next. That group is set to recommend a special approval for the airport's marketing and communications director to leave the country. And travel out of the country any travel out of the country that is, must be approved by the full board, since the cost would come out of the airport's budget. The International Airports Council meets this November in Ottawa, Canada. That conference has the potential to connect staff at Dane County Regional to airport representatives from all over the world. And speaking of airports, Southern Wisconsin Regional in Janesville is preparing to open a restaurant there for the first time in years. The Janesville Gazette reports ahead of its big warplane fly-in show next month, the airport will open up Bessie's Diner. The 1950s themed restaurant will have a breakfast and lunch menu as well as information on aviation history. The diner is named after Bessie Raish, a Beloit native who's credited with being the first woman to fly an airplane on her own. This restaurant space has been vacant since 2013. Officials hope it'll be up and running by mid-July. Preliminary events start tonight in Oshkosh for the final Miss Wisconsin competition, where contestants will wear swimsuits. The Miss America competition canceled that portion of the event going forward to decrease the emphasis on a woman's outer appearance. The Miss Wisconsin organization says the groundbreaking change shows a desire to redefine beauty and shift the focus to talent, artistic expression, and future aspirations. The preliminaries start tonight at 7 o'clock, and the top 11 contestants move on to the final competition Saturday night. Well, soccer fans rejoice. The World Cup is coming to the U.S. FIFA Association members announced that North America has been chosen to host the 2026 World Cup. The FIFA World Cup is the world's most widely viewed sporting event. The united bid by the U.S., Canada, and Mexico beat a bid from Morocco by a 134-65 vote. The last time the U.S. hosted the tournament was in 1994. Mexico, it was 1986. Canada has never previously hosted. The first match of the 2018 tournament begins tomorrow with host Russia taking on Saudi Arabia. Well, there's more to come on News 3 at noon. Up next, we'll see what Howard's working on in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen.
We have just a way to get out of the dinner time rut. It's quick, easy, and boy, is it ever tasty. You know, one of the things we get requests for more than anything else is for dinner ideas that help us get out of that supper time rut. And yes, we all get stuck in it every now and then. Besides looking for something different, we want something that's quick and easy. Here's the perfect idea to get you started. We begin by placing a single layer of large raw shrimp in a baking dish. Then we set it aside for a sec while we mix together a stick of melted butter, some Worcestershire sauce, a bit of minced garlic, ground red pepper, chili powder, and a bit of salt and pepper. We pour this over our shrimp before popping it into a very hot oven. While that roasts, we can whip up some rice to serve this over, and dinner is done. Since this is roasted with lots of spices, instead of being sauteed, we end up with a really rich flavor. To get the recipe for our Louisiana shrimp bake, which has the most incredible buttery sauce you've ever tasted, all you have to do is visit our website. I'm Howard with Kelly in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a buttery Nolan's kind of way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
All right, Hart, thank you. It's a story that caught the attention of people all over the world involving a determined raccoon and a skyscraper. And in just a few minutes, Dave Caulfield joins us with your first alert forecast and our next chance of rain. Thanks for watching News 3 at noon. Well, the NASDAQ racks up a new record and a ghost town hits the market. Here's Diane King Hall with today's Money Watch report.
Another quiet start to trading as Wall Street turns its attention to the Federal Reserve today. The central bank is expected to announce an interest rate hike. Shares of the Chinese telecom company ZTE resumed trading today following a 2-month suspension and immediately skidded more than 40% in Hong Kong. The U.S. banned companies from buying ZTE parts in April after it was found illegally selling products to Iran and North Korea. ZTE agreed to pay a $1 billion fine and replace its board. Meantime, charitable giving in this country topped the $400 billion mark last year for the first time. Households, foundations, corporations, and bequests gave an estimated $410 billion, according to the Giving USA Foundation. That's a 5.2% increase over 2016. The rise was spurred in part by gains in the stock market and more disposable income. It's not Taco Tuesday, but Taco Bell is giving away free tacos. After the Golden State Warriors win over the Cleveland Cavs, Taco Bell kicked off its annual Steal a Game, Steal a Taco giveaway. The deal is triggered when the away team steals a win on the home team's court. Today, between the hours of 2 and 6 p.m. local time, you can get one free Doritos Locos taco. And that's your CBS Money Watch report. For more, head to cbsmoneywatch.com. At the New York Stock Exchange, I'm Diane King Hall.
All right, Diane, thank you. The Dow Industrial is down a fraction at the noon hour. The NASDAQ, however, up 27 points. Let's check in now with Q106 Farm Director Pam Yankee. Welcome back.
Yep, thank you. And take a look at what I was doing. She's just talking about how we should quick rush out and get our tacos, Mark. Take a look at my Madison Burger Week tour. Yesterday, thanks to the Wisconsin Beef Council as well as some great area restaurants, I got a chance to sample some of the more than 30 different burgers that are going to be offered up this week in celebration of the burger. Like I said, madburgerweek.com is the website where you can pop on over to and take a look. But we've had a great service and partnerships up in Wanakee. We had, there's Evan at the Avenue Club and Bubble Up Bar that was serving us his sloppy burger. That's a sample of that. So now it's cut up into 4 because, man, I'll tell you what, buddy. Last year we started at 9:30 and Yankee was about tapped out with stomach volume for these burgers by about 11:30. So we had to stretch her. But a great participation. I really appreciate those restaurants for helping us out with the Wisconsin Beef Council. Markets on the midday as far as grain trade is concerned, we are trending lower. Yesterday, we had a USDA supply stock report that really gave us a shot in the arm as far as corn was concerned. USDA dropped available stocks for the United States from 2017 and 2018, but we played through that news pretty quick. And on the midday right now, there's a lot of concern over the trade discussions. Federal Reserve's going to raise the interest rates, we think, at least 1/4 point. So that's impacting our grain markets. Soybeans are actually down now about 13 cents. The wheat market's also down about 12. So it's changed fairly rapidly as we approach that Federal Reserve. Talking a little bit about other markets. Hey, that lousy weather that we had in April, pretty good news for our Wisconsin maple syrup producers. The overall production of Wisconsin maple syrup was up 25,000 gallons compared to last year. Problem is, when we get that much volume, our price goes down. The average maple syrup producer was paid about $31.40 a gallon for their maple syrup. That's down $2.10 compared to a year ago. Strawberry season is open, folks. Hey, get ready. A lot of the berry patches opened over the weekend, and remember, that's a short-lived, beautiful opportunity in the state of Wisconsin. So go to wiberries.org and find a patch and see if they're picking near you. Alrighty, today in Chicago, no change on barrel or block cheese prices. Double A butter down 1 1/4 at $2.35 3/4. So there we go, Mr. Mark. All about the food today, my boy.
Those burgers looked awfully good.
Woo! It didn't take long to put a smile on face and fill me up. That's for sure.
That all starts on Friday, the Burger Week.
It's been going on since last week, so we're midweek right now. Okay. So get out and vote. madburgerweek.com.
All right, and if you want to pick berries, you might want to do it before the weekend.
Ooh,
because things are heating up. All right, Pam, thank you.
You bet.
Dave's in the backyard, and we're talking a hot Father's Day.
Yeah, sorry, you caught me sunbathing because it's so nice out here. It is absolutely beautiful. Don't worry, I'll get to it in about 3 or 4 minutes or so. But we are talking about very nice temperatures, very nice conditions outside. That humidity has dropped drastically compared to yesterday, and really sunny days have been hard to come by so far this June. We haven't gotten a whole lot of rain across the Madison area, but we have had a fair amount of rainy days, that's for sure. 8 out of 12 days, if I could do some quick math there, have featured at least a trace of rain at the Dane County Regional Airport. So while we haven't gotten a whole lot of rain, as I mentioned, only about 1.5 inches so far this month, and we're still a little bit behind schedule in the rain department. We have had to have that umbrella with us quite a bit more compared to May where we had all that rain, but not too many rainy days overall. Not rainy outside right now in downtown Madison. It is beautiful. Hopefully you can get outside for the lunch hour or into this afternoon. Forecast high of 80 degrees. That's a little bit above normal for this time of year. Right now, temperature is already in the mid-70s, 75 in Madison, 75 in Janesville, and 73 in Monroe, 78 in Boswell. Dew points in the 30s in some spots. That's pretty remarkable. Very comfortable air outside. Look at these 24-hour dew point changes. That's crazy stuff right there. Almost 30 degrees cooler in the dew point department in the Wisconsin Dells compared to this time yesterday. But we can't necessarily get used to it because high temperatures and humidity is going up into the weekend. Look at that, 90 and 94 on Saturday and Sunday. You factor in some high humidity levels, it could feel like the triple digits at times on Saturday and Sunday. Some of us, especially closer to Janesville, could feel closer to 105 at times on Sunday. So we need to make sure that we practice heat safety as we head into this weekend. Remember to drink plenty of water. Try to find some public spaces with air conditioning and take a cool shower or bath if that heat gets too much, and we'll get through this together. Doppler track is pretty quiet across much of the Midwest. We do have those thunderstorms off to our south and west, but nothing to worry about for today. However, some thunderstorms are possible as we head into tomorrow night and Friday morning. Future track hasn't been all that optimistic. Temperatures will be around 80 for the next couple of days with just some clouds here and there. But again, Thursday night into Friday morning could feature some showers and thunderstorms. Right now, Future track is saying no dice, but we'll have to wait and see in that department. So let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. We can see temperatures staying in the 80s over the next couple of days. Then we make our move into the 90s by Saturday and Sunday, with some chances for showers and storms, especially as we head into the work week next week. But the heat is definitely on this weekend, Mark, with heat index values well into the triple digits. Not the best time to be outside, but if you have to, make sure you stay safe.
Absolutely. It can be dangerous. All right, Dave, thank you. And we'll be right back. A raccoon in Minnesota is catching the nation's attention. The little guy or girl ran up the side of a skyscraper. CBS News' Laura Potesta tells us about how the raccoon got up there and the efforts to get it down.
As the sun set in St. Paul Tuesday, this raccoon settled into his temporary home, a nook next to an office building window 20 floors above street level.
It's hard not to have the little guy, capture your attention and your heart.
The furry little critter scaled the UBS building early Tuesday after being scared by building workers trying to help it off an overhang.
The maintenance staff came out with some 2x4s screwed together and pushed them up to the raccoon, thinking that he would run down the boards onto the street and escape.
Instead, the raccoon fled upward as onlookers watched from below and from inside, taking photos like this one of its perilous journey. Before long, the animal was gaining celebrity beyond the Twin Cities. Hashtag NPR Raccoon is trending on Twitter. Animal Control, calling a mission to rescue the raccoon too dangerous, set a trap filled with cat food on the roof. We're happy to report the little furball climbed up, took the bait, and is now safe and sound. Laura Podesta, CBS News, New York.
And a little raccoon and went up to the roof. It happened early this morning. USB says wildlife management will now come to pick up the animal. That thing went crazy on the internet.
I mean, I couldn't get up there, so more power to the guy.
And he's safe and sound.
Yes, that's the important
Enjoy
thing.
Today.
Yes, because temperatures will be getting a lot hotter soon. Platteville on our Queen Bee Radio Skycam looking at mostly sunny skies. Temperatures right now in the mid to upper 70s. Then for this afternoon, mostly sunny, less humid, with highs near 80 as we head towards the weekends and dangerous heat possible.
All right, find a place, a pool or something, right? We'll see you back here at 4. Have a great afternoon.
Making plans that are weather dependent? Get an accurate 12-hour, even a 10-day forecast. Download the Channel 3000 First Alert Weather app and start planning.